What is up there, LEGO fans? Welcome back, Alex here. In this video, I will be going over a step-by-step process of how to add an angled display to your 1989 Batmobile. To get us started on the angle display, you will need all the pieces that you see here, so feel free to pause the video to take an inventory. I will also suggest that you watch the video in its entirety. That way you will be able to find ways to maybe substitute some of these elements that you might not have in your current collection. I'm pretty sure that as you follow along, you're going to see some pieces that you could definitely substitute with different types of elements or a combination of other pieces or other colors. That being said, let's go ahead and jump on in. We're going to start with the base right here. We're going to definitely take this thing apart as we rebuild this thing. Not totally apart, but what we're going to do is take out these tiles first off. There are 4 of them. And then we are going to pop out this guy here in the middle. We will not need this actually at all for the build, so we're going to put that aside for now. We're going to take out all of these gray plates right here. And that side too. And as you can see, we're pretty much taking this thing completely apart, except for as you see it right here. We're also going to get these gray edge elements right here out. And as we take them out, we're actually going to just reposition them. We're going to move them all the way to the very edge right here on both sides of either end, like so. We'll do the same thing with this guy here. There we go. Excellent. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these plates that we just took off. We're going to put it right here in the middle. And we're going to grab a couple of our 4x6 plates. And we're going to put them on either side of that one right there. And we're going to do the exact same thing with this guy right here. There. And another plate. And we should be looking very similar to this. We're going to actually take actually we don't need these 1x3s right now. We'll keep the 2x3 plates on either side. Those can stay there. For the moment, we'll put this one aside, and that is what we should look like for the moment. Next, we're going to take this 1x12 brick, and what this is going to do is going to start our supports. We're going to end up putting it right there. Now, this is where you have some optional pieces. I have these elements right here, and I'm just basically using them for stability. So I put these in, and they're going to fit just like that inside here. Push that in nice and snug, and we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Here we go. Put that right there, and put that in there nice and snug, just like that. And then we're going to take the 2 1x6 bricks. We're going to just put them right in there, and that's going to be our nice little filler as we go on to our next step. We're going to get these 1x15 lift arms, and of course we're going to need some of the black Technic pins. We're going to put one at the top and bottom of this one, put it here at the back, and do the same thing with this one. We're just going to basically do a mirror build on either side, like that. Then we're going to take the shorter ones. I believe these are the 1x9 lift arms. Again, we're going to need some Technic pins on either end, and we're going to put that at the very, very front of each of these, like that. And then follow suit on this one here. All right, there we go. Next, we'll want to stabilize these. In a moment, let's get these out of the way here. So we're going to need these 2 longer pins, 2 black pins, and these lift arms here. I think they are the 1x11, and we got these spacers here as well. So we're going to put a spacer on one side and a shorter pin on the other. And then we're going to put that spacer right there. And where that's going to go on this side here is in that hole. And it's going to go in that kind of towards the middle here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes there before we put that pin in that one. And we'll do likewise on this one here. We'll do that spacer and that pin down here and put it on the identical spot there adjacent. And it should look something like that. Next up, we'll need 2 of these 1x16s and 2 of the 1x14 bricks. We'll also need 2 of these 4x4s and all of our remaining Technic pins to build this thing here. So these 2 are going to go that way, and we're going to put these 2 that way. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put all of our pins in these 4x4 Technic elements here. And the one side has just 1 pin, and we're going to fill both of those, and the other side we'll have those 2. So we'll have 4 going in each one. So here's our remaining 4. That one there, and then that one just like that. And now this is going to connect between these two. Make sure I get that nice and even there on both sides. And then we'll add the other 1x16 on the other side there. Very good. Now on this side here, we're actually not going to put this right in the very middle. We're going to put this off a little bit. Oops, I gotta hold that there. It's a little wiggly. So we'll have 3 studs here and then 5 on the other side extending beyond, just like so. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take these extra 2 2x6 plates. We're going to put them at the bottom here on both of those, and that's going to help stabilize this thing here for us. There we go. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to connect this side here. This is the lower arm here that connects to the shorter part, and we're going to do the very back here as well, all the way on the very back there, and then on this side here as well. There we go. Now this thing is really starting to take shape. Now what we need to do is connect the base from one side to the other here. And to do that, we're going to get all of the rest of our plates here. So we have this long 2x16, the 2 2x6s, and the 4x6. And we're going to get these remaining 3 roof elements right there. Now on the back of it, this is the back right here, we're going to take this 2x16 and we're just going to connect one side to the other just like that. And it won't reach all the way over. If you have one that does, that's great. You have a little bit of wiggle room there. The other side, we're going to take this one here, that one right there, and we're going to take these elements here, and we're going to take one of these roof elements, and we're going to put it right there, and that's going to attach right here on the front, right? Not to these, but that's where it's going to go here. And we're going to take these 2 and fill it in right there, so we have a really nice decorative front here. Now we could do that to the back as well, so if you have some extra ones of these, you can definitely fill the back there for a more aesthetic look. We also can take a moment to find a spot to put these. These are not functional elements. They kind of helped kind of complete the look on the original design. I'll just put them right here for now, just to be out of the way there so we don't lose them. We're also going to have our entry where this plaque is going to go on here as well. So we're actually going to take that last 2x3 plate and stick it right there. And that is where we're at right there. So now we can just finish up the top part here now. All right, now finally we're going to get the rest of our pieces that we have left over here. It's going to be all of these plates and tiles and these 1x2 slope elements. We're going to go ahead and take the 1x6 plates and start at the very top there, and then finish it off with the 1x4s along this edge here, like so. Then we're going to all of these 1x2 sloped elements, we're going to take the 1x2 plates and put them together like so. Then we're going to take 2 of them and put them at the very top like that. And the next 2, we're going to have 4 studs between them like that. And then the tiles, yep, you guessed it, are going to go right between them like so. And then we'll have these final 2 1x6 tiles just like that. And now what we'll want to do is get our plaque. Now our plaque, we need to actually flip it around, right? We don't want it like this. We want it to be upright like that. So we're going to switch this around so it actually fits correctly. Now one thing before we put this on is that we still have this element right here that's remaining, and if you don't want to lose this, you can actually just attach it here in the back. I'll just put it right here, and that way I don't have to worry about storing it somewhere. If I ever want to put this thing back to its original design, I know it's right there. Alright, it is now time to put the Batmobile on the stand. So here is the moment of truth. Now you'll notice that the Batmobile has those blue Technic elements kind of in the middle of the vehicle. That's where it used to attach on the original platform it came with, but this is going to move back a little bit on these arms. And you also notice a bunch of wires. This has a light kit on it, but that shouldn't matter. We should still be able to get this on. So the entry points are going to be right where each of those squared Technic elements end. So it should be nice and snug in there, and it should rest on those fairly easy. So there it is. Now you'll notice it is a little wobbly. There's probably some ways we can maybe stabilize that, but what I've noticed on this thing is that you can move it around by just the base, right? A little bit different than the tumbler. Now on the front here, you'll notice that we have the plaque. It looks like it's pretty good. It's off center though from the actual base, but you'll notice that I've got it offset here is about 5 studs of area right there. Well, I guess 7 if we're looking at that, so it is offset a little bit. But you'll see it taps the intake there a little bit. But as far as the overall view, I think it looks pretty good. That is going to wrap it up for this how to build an angle display for your 1989 Batmobile video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And I got to say that the Batman shelf is looking pretty good. Now, if you guys have any suggestions on what you'd like to see next as far as angle display goes, I'd be happy to entertain those suggestions. I think I've already had a few for the DeLorean time machine. I'm happy to do that. Now, I will say, though, that these smaller vehicles, man, they are a lot easier to build displays for because they're not very heavy, unlike, of course, the Tumbler and the 89 Batmobile. I used to do angle displays for these larger 1/8 scale Technic vehicles. These things are beasts. These definitely require some decent engineering to make sure they are safely displayed. But in any case, very happy with how this turned out. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, we'll have some more fun stuff for you in the near future. Until then, you guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.